What's up, everybody? The Normies are coming at you to watch another episode of Adolescence. Woo! This time it's the third episode. Let's just hunker down and be prepared to be treated to a real feat, a real beautiful tragedy happening in front of us. The cinematography is great, the story is great, but also it hits you right in the emotional heart. Now, with that being said, guys, why don't you like and subscribe and hit those thumbs up buttons? Let us know who's your favorite character down in the chat. Yeah!
You know it's Chad. You know it's Chad, your favorite normie.
Chad is back.
Chad
guys,
is
first
back.
off, my name is Chet, and I want you to put some respect on Chet's name.
Chet.
I didn't go to Duke for nothing.
Chet. Duke gets a lot of bad rep, man.
Here we go.
I have a couple of friends that went to Duke.
Aw, Kitty. He's
Murderer! I know I can't look at him the same.
Killer!
Killer, I barely know her.
Was he always going
That's
to be a
her,
killer,
right?
or is he a victim of his
That's
environment?
the girl that died.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Does the environment?
Oh,
make
man, I
killers,
forgot to
or
tell you
do
about kids
killers
that still get
become
bullied with
killers
uniforms.
through
Anyways,
time?
we'll tell you in the
7
discussion.
months later.
Oh damn!
Wow.
That boy in jail.
7 months.
Kid jail.
Juvie until he's 18 and he's in prison.
Imagine being in juvie for murder. Other kids are like shoplifted.
Therapist.
Sorry, I'm a bit late.
Damn right.
Be on it.
So you're coming up on the cameras? He's been brought down.
I heard he was involved in a violent incident. I'd like to see it.
I'll fire up the megaport.
This guy loves his job.
He kind of does.
He's the guy in the chair.
Yeah, he's been pretty quiet. I don't know if that's relevant. What I think and observe is relevant to what Jill says.
He's not in like a jail uniform. What is he wearing?
Yeah, it's just bruising and scratching.
I read the report.
Both blame the other.
No, I know, I read the report.
He'd been getting
Who
in
did he
fights.
mess up?
Or somebody's beating him up.
You're on 5 visits. And you know what you're going to say in the report.
I wouldn't be here if I knew that.
And the other one of you, he only needed 3.
You can't say anymore. It's important. I don't know anything about what the other psychologist says, does, or thinks.
Sorry, I'm just being an idiot.
No, I didn't know. That's just the way I work.
Good. That makes sense.
We don't even know which boy this is. It could be Jamie or...
Julian Place.
Huh?
It looked like Jamie.
Because the last time we saw
I
Ryan was
got
getting locked
chocolate
up
from the
too.
machine.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
What does it say? Believe dreams?
Am I in juvie with fucking inspirational posts next
I
to
mean,
me?
it's good, though. That's a good thing.
You gotta
Believe in dream while I'm locked up. Like,
I mean, when you get out, hopefully, you change.
A little bit of...
I don't know what prison it was, but they painted the whole prison pink because like psychologically,
Pink makes
like,
you chill.
yeah, there were like less fights.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
think
dope.
about this. Last time you got some pussy, was you upset?
You're dumb.
She has a personal stash of marshmallows.
was it marshmallows?
For our hot chocolate.
She just carries marshmallows.
Maybe it's for him. Oh, that sounds like him.
Lab in the basement. Government approved, all very hush hush. What are they?
This guy's silly.
He likes his hot chocolate with marshmallows on.
They must mean business.
I hate that noise.
Hi, Jamie.
He's a killer, you know.
She knows this is her...
We're here.
What?
Yes.
She said like 8th visit with him?
Jamie. We'll be watching, okay?
And who was he talking about? Just random kid?
Yeah, he was talking about...
The one he got into a fight with,
Oh.
I think.
Hot chocolate.
He seems well adjusted now.
Does he? Seems like he's smiling at a pretty girl. I don't know.
I mean,
Thank you.
Oh, just...
And I saved you half my sandwich in case you were hungry. Cheese and pickle.
What the?
It's mine.
What in the? What in the Great Britain kind of sandwich
Brittany,
is
get your
that,
shit
bro?
together.
The fuck? That's the most offensive thing I've ever heard.
There's no tomatoes, there's no salad, there's just cheese and pickle.
What the
To-
fuck is wrong with
to be
Britain,
honest,
bro?
he's a kid, and when I was a kid, I would be going to Burger King and take
No,
shit
this
out.
is a Great Britain thing.
Oh.
Their food sucks.
It was her half sandwich.
Cheese
She
and
ate that.
pickles.
Yes.
You never went to McDonald's and said no Whopper, just give me the cheese and bread?
That's more offensive than the murder.
And mayo and lettuce?
Okay.
You know, when you're a
okay.
kid...
We'll come back to it. That's
We'll dig into that in the discussion.
yeah.
Sure.
You can
Go about this silly sandwich.
Oh, you got your colour back. Can't have been that ill. Do you see your grandparents much?
A bit. My dad's side. My dad's mum died. My mum did it got on reverse.
So, what are your dad's parents like? What does that mean?
Stern?
They like things they like them.
No.
Or like a slice of my dinner if you've got one in a mondo.
Slice of what?
Bread. You're posh, aren't you?
I'm just not from where you're
Or
from.
what do you call bread?
Bread?
Yeah.
I mean, he's talking about slang
You're
though.
posh.
I think she's kind of posh.
What do you call your granddad? Bet you do.
I call him Pop Pop.
What? Wow.
You're not going to try the sandwich?
I'll have it later. It was just the pickle. Hate it.
Oh, I really messed up then.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Do we have bread, cheese, and pickles here? Maybe for the next
So can we
episode.
talk
No.
about you? You see a lot of your dad.
This is
in
not
your
a
granddad,
functioning
do you?
kitchen.
What's your dad and his dad like?
Men.
Well, would masculine be an okay word to use?
Hmm.
When I hear the word masculine, I think they commend things. They like sports. They like going to the pub.
I don't really like going to the pub.
I love it.
Not the pub, but
Well, I feel like a pub experience there would be different than going to a bar here.
not as much as my pop pop.
Pop
You're not
pop.
going to let me forget that, are you?
He's a cheeky little lad, isn't he?
So your granddad's more of a pub man, is he?
He's not around that much anymore. Every other Sunday, maybe. We went to Tenerife in a once.
On holiday?
No, banana picking.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone use banana picking in him.
Yeah, banana picking. What?
She's trying to
Yeah.
butter him
I
up.
suppose he
That's
does
all
say.
signed because it said she sounded like a granny.
What do you say?
Well,
Now you're just going on about masculine stuff.
this kid's smart.
First
No,
time Jamie
he's-
with actual questions. Is this right, Jamie? You know whether this is wrong, Jamie. Now you're just chatting shit.
He's
I
smart.
hope I'm not.
He picks up
First
things.
time now, if an adult guinea pig eats one of its kids, is that normal or weird? Now you're, what do you call bread?
Come on.
It just feels like a trick. But my dad's okay.
Kid's smart.
That was changed very
Just
quick.
talking
change.
about him. There isn't a need.
Clearly there is.
That's how you feel, but I'm not trying to trick you.
I mean, you are buttering up.
No,
She's
just
making
talk.
conversation. You're supposed
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, but was she really into like want to make that conversation, or
supposed
was she
to-
having like an agenda with
See
it?
notes.
I mean, obviously
job.
she's
She's at
She's a
work.
she's a
psychologist.
psychiatrist. She's
Yes.
obviously.
I'm thinking from the kid's point of view. That's what he's thinking. That's what.
Well, Dylan and the other lawyers said you work for us.
That's not what they say, Jamie, and I know that because I asked them the last time you said that to me.
You talk to them.
I'm writing an independent, that's a very important
What did
word,
he say to
okay?
you?
An independent pre-sentence offence report. All I want to do is talk to you, Jamie. I've asked some straightforward questions, but I think... Am I boring you?
No.
See, he's a little shit.
I think you, and everyone else for that matter, are far more complex than straightforward questions allow for.
What did we talk about last time?
We spoke about your friends, your sister, your mum, we went all over the
Can't remember
place.
saying anything about them.
Ah, well, you did. How well Lisa's doing, what you think your mum thinks
What,
of
and now you
you.
want to talk about my dad?
Well, I want to talk about lots of things.
So he hasn't
I can tell
gone
you
to
the
court
questions
yet?
that I wrote down to talk.
He also hasn't talked about his dad.
Yeah.
Like, talked about everything else but.
Okay. Well, I wanted to talk about the fight you had.
Oh, that was nothing. He hit me first. Because we've had beef over stuff.
Beef
It
over
doesn't
what?
matter, it wasn't a proper fight. It's not.
Beef is
Okay,
universal.
let's move on.
Well, I'm in charge now, am I?
Maybe. I also wrote down that I wanted to talk to you about what being a man feels like.
What do you think being a man feels like?
It's not a trick.
She's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just see your notes? How you wrote it?
Nope, you're not that in charge. Does your dad like his job?
Fixes toilets. What do you think?
Is he funny?
Sometimes.
Loving?
No, that's weird.
Angry?
What? He is loving.
Yeah,
How angry
he
does
is.
get?
He's never hit me.
Go on.
Go on, what?
How angry does
Is
he
that
get?
what this is all about?
Well, why do you call him angry?
He just gets mad. We all do.
He's just angry in a normal way.
He's pulled a shed down once when he was in a proper rage, but
A whole shed?
that's as bad as
Nigga beat up a shed?
I thought it was quite funny at the time.
His dad fought a shed?
Mum sent us upstairs. He's not like that most of the time. Hardly ever.
What does he do when he's not working?
It just feels like you're testing him.
Interested in your view of him. He's a big presence in your life. He was your appropriate adult.
Yeah, because he doesn't judge. He's a kind person. He basically likes all sport.
You're not into sport.
I'm not good at much, but I'm really good at getting out of pee. And funny tummy. So
Funny
close,
tummy.
sit
I
down.
like that.
That sort of thing.
Man, the amount of
Does your dad
lines
like
to
that?
memorize for this scene.
I used to he used to take me to football. there's football thing on Saturday, and he'd
It doesn't feel like one shot, but it is.
Mm-mm.
This is hard for him to talk about.
but when I'd fuck up, he'd just
So he just stopped playing.
he'd just look away. Maybe he just didn't want me to see him looking ashamed.
How did you feel when you saw that? Shame.
Like he wasn't man
Supposed to say he
enough.
wasn't.
There's something boiling.
It's
in
raining.
Rain, yeah.
Oh wow.
Rain coming in. Adds to the ambiance.
I wasn't into school sports either.
You were good at other stuff though, weren't you?
Why do you think that?
I mean, you got this gig.
I mean,
You look like you were, and you're clever, so
Well, did you not think you were very good at anything else?
I didn't care, I wasn't.
They got the
It
cool
must
ass
be
on the table.
hard to feel that way.
I think most people think like that.
Most people think they're bad at everything.
But most people are.
Does your sister feel like that?
Lisa's clever.
Your dad?
I don't know. My mum does though.
Your mum thinks she's bad at everything.
She can cook or roast, but
I've spoken to your dad on the phone. It's passed my assessment.
how is he?
He's okay. Sad you're here. I can't say more than that.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Can you get me out of this place? Put me in a madhouse.
It's a secure training centre.
Madhouse. This seems pretty.
The other boys just scream all the
This has
time.
been explained
And you
to
walk
you,
backwards and
Jamie.
forwards and they shout at
Young
Coronation
offenders
Street. All the way
institutions
from
are for
Corrie.
15
Bad in here, you don't understand.
This was the best place for you to be.
Ryan gets to stay at home until his trial.
Ryan isn't accused of such a serious crime.
Accused.
But you're on tape,
You
bro.
on tape?
If I hurt and then I get it, but I didn't, so...
understand it,
What?
Jamie, and this wasn't my decision.
Yeah, whatever really didn't do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, man.
He was on the tape.
But it could be someone like look like because we didn't get like a close up view.
Don't sit down.
Could be
I
like
don't-
Ryan.
Does that mean
No,
you don't know?
no.
You just won't tell
Nothing's
me.
been decided
Discussion
yet.
for
You
it.
need to sit
I
down.
don't want to sit
If
down.
you don't sit down, I have to stop this discussion.
Maybe I want you to.
Do you?
Look, I fucking want to sit down. Look at me now.
Oh my god.
Ah, you killed her, bro.
Oh god. This much anger in like 11-year-old?
13.
13?
Look at me now. Fuck.
Jimmy,
I shouted. I'm sorry.
Shouted. Seems like a behavior you've seen before.
I'll get a cup of tea though, if that's okay.
No, he definitely killed her.
He's capable of
Because
this kind of anger.
Nah, bitch.
in the interrogation, he was not like adamant enough about his innocence.
I'm not getting you hot chocolate. No, we saw a camera of them following him multiple times
Yeah,
behind
no,
it. It wasn't
it's
just
him.
that scene from his bag.
And he also,
Yeah.
they knew those were his shoes. He didn't throw them away because they're too expensive.
Exactly.
They
So
couldn't find those
it's-
clothes
it's-
exactly.
It's him, but there's no doubt
That's
about
the
it.
part
Yeah,
I
but him
heard
just being like,
on
it's
NPR.
accused, right? It's a, it's
Yeah.
a accusation.
That's the part you heard on NPR? Oh, that part's crazy.
Like,
so
no,
then you've
that's
been
definitely-
thinking he probably then did it.
I heard him shouting.
Wait, what part?
I heard this on NPR
The shouting
during the
scene.
interview.
Oh,
like
gotcha.
that's the part that I heard. I got
I mean, it was
spoiled on
really
that.
good, but it's
Yeah.
terrifying that he could be so.
Yeah,
mad
bro, like a little
so
kid, bro.
quick.
He's not even 13.
He is 13.
Oh, I thought someone said it was 11.
He's 13.
I was corrected.
Could I look in the room?
there's no audio.
That's fine, can I?
Mi casa is your casa.
That's
Yer casa.
Your casa. He got some of it right.
Text your friends, que pasa?
and so he's not in juvie per se. He's like,
It's a
He's
training
in a
center.
facility.
He's in a madhouse.
I mean,
His
Oh, maybe
words.
it's a mental health facility.
Yes.
Mental
which
therapy.
It is
actually, those are sometimes worse than prison.
Because like they just said
Like,
that there's a
they-
kid
they-
that's screaming all the time. Like that can't be
They
good to
truly
hear.
are sometimes worse than prison.
Depends.
What is it you're looking for? Is it body language stuff?
Oh wait, you know what? I'll be just as curious as he is.
Dude, stop hovering, bro.
I mean, he's super.
He's super. He's super into.
Dog,
Yeah,
you
would
know.
you shut the
Right.
Like, let me do my job, dog.
People hide. I know I don't need to tell you this, but they hide so much. Maybe they tell the truth, but their bodies. Faces.
Yes, maybe.
Shut the fuck.
He seems like an actor who had no lines. Like, I gotta say something.
Doing a job, Scott.
Bro, you can't do what she's doing.
It's your wages. It's your holiday allowance.
Dude, stop.
I like my job.
I hate mine.
Aww.
So you're probably best off.
Right.
Maybe you should pursue psychology. You were asking the right questions.
Pleased to help.
Thank you.
She's so good.
So Jamie was just seemed relaxed.
He seemed a little frustrated.
You don't have tea nor chocolate.
Fucking
Yeah.
hot chocolate.
Would you be more comfortable with me staying inside?
No, I wouldn't like that at all.
What's the spray bottle for?
To clean the coffee mess.
Police officer, I'm not here to
Oh.
it's a
I
confession.
know you think I'm trying to trick you. I am just here to get an understanding of your understanding.
She's gonna try to get him to flip again.
And I understand that you need to have an understanding of my understanding. Ask your questions.
Okay.
Oh, I'm better now.
I wonder if they have him on medication. Or
She invaded his space a little bit too. Scooted the chair closer.
Well, I suppose the other thing I think of in relation to the word masculinity would be how masculine men feel about women.
We're back on that, are we?
Yes, is that okay?
She's over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't want to talk about
You
it.
need to have an understanding of my understanding of women. Wait, hot chocolate. Sit down, please. I don't deserve it.
Yeah, you don't.
and slapped the hot chocolate off the fucking table
Ask you questions about men, women, whatever.
like a cat.
How does your dad treat your mom?
Are you trying to get at my dad again? No.
Look at him, he's breathing heavy.
That's absolutely.
Is he friendly with other women?
He loves my mum.
No,
I
not
want to know
that's
that
not
any of his
asking.
friends are
His
women.
mates are his mates.
Do you have any mates who are women?
Yeah, the other shrink asks more normal questions, you know that. You want to know what he asks?
I can't.
Fine, okay, I won't say anything.
What do you think about women?
I like them.
But you're not, like you say, particularly friends with them.
I'm not a twat though.
What do you say?
He's not
Bloody
gay.
I'm not gay.
Or would you like a girlfriend?
Yeah, who doesn't?
I
If you
mean,
had a girlfriend, what would you do with her? Would you take her out?
The cinema.
To see what kind of film?
A horror.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling.
Fuck a horror movie.
Bloody
Hell
gory
no.
one.
Fuck that
So
shit.
that you can get in.
And after the cinema, would you
No, we're gonna go see Despicable
take her
Me.
for a walk, take her straight home?
Not straight home.
Would you want to kiss her?
Are you allowed to ask these questions?
Well, you don't discuss this in PSAG.
PSAG.
What do you think is the normal amount someone your age would
Sex
do
and health
sexually
education?
with a girl? Or
Physical sex and health. Yeah.
I told you I'm not gay.
I wasn't suggesting that.
yeah.
Are you really want me to answer?
Yes, if you can.
Touching, kissing,
Well, what do you mean by touching?
touching her bits.
Her chest? Her backside? Her vagina?
Are you sure you're allowed to ask these questions?
Above or below clothes?
Well, maybe
Dude.
above, mostly. I've actually done all that. Kissing and touching.
Really?
I've had 2 girls show me the tits.
What grade are you in when you're
It's okay, you
13?
don't have to use my language.
6th,
And I touched
5th or 6th grade, right?
No, you're in the 11th and 5th grade.
Okay.
You're like
He's 13 years old.
8th or 9th grade.
One of them touched my
Yeah.
my knob through my trousers.
Knob.
Gross.
Through trousers.
And I think she liked it.
And you liked it?
Of course. Not really.
You didn't like it?
That didn't happen.
You weren't touched on your trousers?
No.
And did 2 girls go topless with you?
No.
He's just lying.
Yeah.
I've seen photos.
He has a girlfriend, but she goes to a different school.
Yeah.
He's just trying to.
Everyone sees porn. Just these 2 girls in the year that are new. No.
Fucking gross.
What?
Two girls seen you,
photos
you
of
saw
2
porn of
girls
them?
in your year topless?
Who took the
Would they be
pictures?
happy you saw those photos?
Everyone else did.
That wasn't the
Oh.
question.
Social media.
Was Katie one of those?
Yeah.
How'd you guess that? I didn't guess it.
It's probably-
And now I'd like to know what it felt like to see her like that.
What, you're asking if we're gonna hard her?
I'm asking. In particular, how does it make you feel looking at naked pictures of people you know?
I don't know. Good.
Powerful? Do you feel like it gives you a power?
No. It's just weird.
You said good. Then you
Were you
said good.
attracted to Katie?
She wasn't my time.
You weren't.
Mm-hmm.
She was quite, no offense, quite flat, you know.
What the fuck?
Me too.
Well, everyone else said it. Who saw it? That's not just me. The picture got passed around the school. Snapchat. You know.
Telling you, man, we need regulations, dude. We need like an age.
I hear you on that.
We need an age limit.
She sent it to Fidget and then he sent it on.
Why did she
Should be
send
18
it?
before you get one.
I really believe that.
So she was trying to attract him.
I think he asked her. He's not gonna get any more pictures, though, is he?
The
Then
fuck?
he took it and shared it around?
Dude boy fucked up.
No, I didn't mean from her. I meant from other girls. No one will send him any of her pictures because he wasn't careful with the one he got.
So you think he should have collected more pictures from more girls before he shared them with other boys?
Yeah, I don't know.
This is happening in every school all around the world.
Why do you think she's dead like that?
Because she is. Jamie, I asked whether you were attracted to women. Do you think women are attracted to you?
What sort of questions are?
Or what do you think? Do you...
None.
Why not?
Of course not.
Why? Of course not.
He doesn't do sports.
I'm ugly.
What?
How does that make you feel?
Aren't you supposed to say I'm not ugly?
But you already know what normal people say, so why do you want to hear
I'm
that?
ashamed of you, and you think I should contradict you now when you tell me you think you're
Exactly.
interested in the fact
You're the
that
one
you
that's
think
bullshit
you're
earlier.
Jamie,
I'm fascinated.
I'm interested in it because what you think is more important to me than what is true.
She's in this man's
So how
mind.
do you
Yeah.
feel about
You don't know.
Whether I understand what I did?
Oh, he said it.
What did he say?
He said, understand what I did.
I like a fucking trap in here. You.
Because he did it.
Yeah. Of course he did. Like,
What was that? What the fuck was that?
excuse me?
Signal away like a fucking queen, yeah?
What?
She like waved the dude
Sit-
off. The dude.
Bro, he has a split personality. He's
No,
got
he
to.
No.
He just has
No.
anger issues that he can't control. He's like a normal person.
But he was so like, you know, like
Yeah, because she just got him to confess.
To sit down.
And he's also, the walls are closing in. It's been 7 months. He still thinks he can get out. He hasn't accepted.
He's not somebody who
what's happened.
talks to any, like, he
And he's like signaling, like, We're like
See, like when he was sitting
queen.
down, he was like calm and collective, and now he's just like this.
Because he's angered.
Yeah,
That's why he
because
got
he has
up.
a problem with women. He doesn't respect women.
And he knows he's caught. He's starting to accept it.
Yeah. And he was just, oh my God, I can't get over that
Are you going
line.
to sit down?
What was the line?
You signal him away like a fucking queen.
Yeah.
Because she just told him to go away.
Like, he thinks she has all the power here.
Yeah.
I mean, she does, because she's the adult in the room.
Yeah.
But also, like, the 80-20 thing
He
that
doesn't-
the other
yeah,
kid
he
talked
doesn't
about. Like, that
respect
shit's, like,
women.
sitting in his head about how he has no power because he's an incel.
So he needs to trick women.
Mm-hmm. So he needs to trick women.
That's why he takes him to a horror movie, because they get. You know, he said it was easier.
Wow.
Fine.
Chris is going to take this opportunity to pee. Don't tell me what I missed.
So sorry, editor.
Are you going now?
Would you like me to?
It's not to me, is it?
If you want me to go, Jamie, I can go.
I love her blouse.
Mm-hmm, I do too. I like the whole blue. It's really cute.
I like the cut.
God, he really need to pee.
You said in one of our previous sessions that you had friends, Tommy and Ryan, but that you wouldn't consider yourself popular.
Yeah.
Dude, thank
You said you
fucking
were bullied. The
God
same way
we
you
didn't
were
have social media as like
You know,
8th
like,
graders.
You just love talking about bullying, don't
You
you?
said Tommy was called Round Pounds because his mum did her shopping at Poundland.
What?
What's pound?
She doesn't.
And Ryan was called Dumb.
Ryan is dumb. That one's sort of true.
You said the three of you felt ostracised quite a
Big
lot.
words coming out now.
You said sometimes this would get physical. People would spit on you from classroom windows.
So yeah,
You'd be tripped up.
they were that group of friends that had a reputation. There's always that one weird group of dudes.
I was just tripped up and spat on.
My question, Jamie, is why do you have an Instagram account?
I mean, everyone has an Instagram.
Oh, I need one.
Why?
To look at other people's accounts. You can't if you haven't got one.
Right.
Or to
And
connect with
you follow
people.
Lots of women on Instagram, models. You don't need to put photos up though. Why do you put photos up of yourself? I mean,
I'm not allowed.
Yeah.
He wants validation to see if he's ugly or not.
But everyone does that.
prove those bullies.
How's
wrong,
that?
showing the
Like,
fun
we
you
all
have
post
with
pictures on
them.
Instagram.
To show the fun you have with your family.
There's no way in putting anything up of them. Seen anything like that, it's because my sister tagged me.
No?
Katie commented on your photos on a number of different occasions.
What? What are you doing?
Oh, we're going to get to talk about what Katie commented on those photos.
Yes.
What's this? A job?
By job.
Once
Oh.
again, invading his personal space more.
Yeah.
She wrote this.
Are you allowed to ask these questions?
Yeah.
Dylan asked these questions fit.
Yes, he has. I'm allowed to ask about intimacies, Jamie.
They got the code for his phone. Got the messages.
Oh, these are like, I think these are ones you could just see on Instagram.
No, I think those are DMs.
Oh,
These are DLs?
Oh yeah, they would have gotten a warrant for that.
Yeah.
Said feet.
They would have gotten a warrant for that by now.
Instagram. You look a bit red. Did I scare you when I shouted?
Don't divert the question.
She wrote this on your
I mean, I'm only 13. I don't think I look that scary.
Yeah, he trying to turn the tables on her.
Could be scary.
13-year-olds are scary.
How embarrassing is that?
If I run to a group of 13-year-olds, I'm running the other way.
Wow.
You
What
are
do these
locked up,
emojis
boy.
mean, Jamie? What do the kidney beans mean? They're kidney beans, right?
She's pretending like I'm part of one of those truth groups.
The red pill.
Are you part of those?
No.
But you know what they say.
I had a look, but I didn't like it.
We're gonna learn.
Want love, won't get it. Throat's killing. Red pill exploding. That's the same as the red pill. And then that's an 80-20 thing.
What's the
that?
80-20 thing?
80% of women are attracted to 20% of men.
Where's this statistic?
Right. And how they doing the study?
What is this? Like, yeah, what scientist? What group was
He
fucking?
does think that's right about. Okay.
Lots of people liked her comments quite a
That's
lot.
just something Andrew Tate just pulled out of the air
Yeah,
once,
they-
probably, and
Thought it was funny,
that was it.
You must have found that quite cruel.
I suppose.
Did she do this to anyone else? Why did she do it to you?
Well, she picking on you.
Because I'm ugly.
I think that's why she did it to you.
I'm the ugliest, I suppose, so.
Aww.
Did you ever call her on it?
Shit's complicated.
It is.
I don't know. I'm not what you say I am, or.
And what did she say?
She just smiled and said, okay. I didn't kill her. You can't trust videos anymore.
I mean, the AI videos.
Okay. The cops aren't gonna come in with AI CCTV.
Overnight.
You should have killed her? Okay, well.
All I did.
Let's hear.
Yeah,
all I did was stab her 7 times.
What you do? What you do, kid?
Stab her in the neck.
Look at you.
See, he switches. That's what I feel like he has something.
I will give you a great example about how that's not the case here later on, Pat.
He's switching because he doesn't want to answer the question.
I just asked her out. I went round and said I was sorry that they'd done that to her. And I wanted to know if she'd come to the fair with me.
It's a bizarre.
No.
Okay.
I just wish she might be weak. All that.
Vulnerable at the time. She will just say yes.
She might like me. Clever, don't you think?
Some incel shit, boy. You don't even realize it.
Fuck, dude.
Tricking her. God.
What do you do? Like, I missed it. What do you?
We'll tell later.
Holy shit. What the fuck?
Her weakness made her more gettable, was your theory.
Yeah.
And this is like
I
worldwide,
thought you
dude.
said you didn't like her.
She's flat. That's fact, but I didn't mind that. That's okay.
Said
I
that
want my
was
best
right.
tracksuit I can find, and
That's why I wear my tracksuit today.
I don't even know why I'm telling you all this, but I just said, you want to come at the fair?
What did she say?
She said no.
But you had a knife in your pocket.
She just laughed and said, oh, I'm not that desperate.
And the emoji messages came after that.
Yeah,
She was, let's say, attacking you for presuming you could ask her out.
your words.
You think they're unfair?
You think she's a bitch. You think she's a bullying bitch.
Yeah, but she doesn't deserve to die.
No, he's looking for. She hasn't answered. He's looking for
Right?
He's looking for
You
validation.
see, that night,
He wants
I
to be
didn't
right.
touch her.
Didn't touch her.
I could have touched her, but I didn't. I had a knife. She was scared, but I didn't do that. I could have touched any part of her body I wanted to. I really wanted to, but I didn't.
Stabbed her 7 times.
Most boys would have touched her.
Bruh.
So that makes me better.
Oh my god.
Oh, the standards.
Heavy.
The standards are in the gutter.
Yeah. I stabbed her, but I didn't touch her. I could have, so I am better. than everybody else.
I have the sandwich now.
It's raining again.
It's Britain.
Is it like Seattle? It rains all the time?
I must move to the floor.
I didn't mean any of that. I'm just tired. I'm talking too much. I'm tired. I'm so tired.
Why?
Now
are you
he's
so
mad
tired?
that he's like giving up information.
I didn't kill her.
Jamie, do you understand what death is?
That's why you got mad last time too.
Do you understand that Katie's gone and she can't come back? That whatever claims you make as to her character,
I didn't mean she
whatever
was a bitch.
claims you make about her, she's gone. Do you understand that murder is a crime?
Who doesn't know
Do you
that?
understand who will make the decision about that?
Your peers.
Jamie, this is our last session.
Oh shit.
She had everything she needed.
Please take advantage of any mental health services that are offered to you.
Why?
I think you'll benefit from thinking
No,
about
I
that.
won't.
Well, that's just what I think.
And then you come back, you see me.
You didn't like her initially.
She's a public psychiatrist.
You're gonna tell the judge all
I think you've spoken to me with honesty, yes. But
Can't shh.
Homie knew when to come back in.
that. So it doesn't seem like a proper goodbye.
Yeah, that's enough. Come on.
No,
What's a proper goodbye?
Yeah.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't ask for a hug.
Do you like me?
Huh?
I was here as a professional. Jamie.
Don't you think like that then? Don't you even like me a bit?
Oh, he's afraid that he's actually a bad person.
He is a bad.
Fucking tell you like it! Don't you dare! What do you think about me?
I mean, he's 13 years old. He has a lot of time to correct himself. So, like, you can't just give
Yeah,
up on
You
him.
can do that in life in prison.
God, this actor is insane.
He's so good. For being so young, he's really, really good.
Oh my gosh.
Shit. If I could throw up. This has got to be a thankless job. I hope she gets paid $1 bajillion because emotionally, how are you supposed to go home and be okay?
She's probably gonna have another interview in 15 minutes, similar to this one.
Woo-wee.
Wow. Oh wow.
God, I have to be so bad.
Yeah, this episode insane. Stretch it out. Does everybody need to stretch a little bit before we get into
Have you
discussion?
guys seen those 2 special episodes of Euphoria?
There were special episodes?
Yeah, we did.
They
We watched it
happened
together.
during. Yeah, that's right. During the pandemic, remember? It's
Rue
talking with
Akeem?
Akeem, maybe.
Ali.
Oh,
Ali.
before you.
Yeah, and it's like this kind of reminds me of that, where it's just like, here you go. Here's your bottle episode. Here's two people having a conversation. Hope it's not emotionally damaging.
This was a rough one, but it was super, super interesting. One take bottle episode in a room with no windows.
Oh,
No windows.
And 2 rainfalls.
But you can't see. I guess she's saying you can't see outside.
Yeah.
I don't think he has split personalities.
No, he
I
does not.
have friends
No, he does not.
who,
This is different.
especially during high school and junior high school, they acted regular and normal, but when they blew up, they were super mad.
Yeah.
This kid has a problem controlling his emotions. The internet's poisoned his fucking brain.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I have a friend who's no longer with us who did some really bad shit. He was a normal person.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have split personalities. So like,
Yeah.
if you ain't in control of yourself and you fucking allow your brain to get poisoned, which it can, poisoned with information.
So
You can end up doing shit that you don't plan on doing. You can lose control, but that's not like, oh, I had a split personality. What he's having right here is a problem controlling his anger and his emotions in general. He can't regulate this shit. 1, because he's 13. 2, because he's not trying or practicing to do any of that shit. And 3, because he's in a place that's telling him that in this case, he should have the power against her. She's got all the power. Like, if this was, he kept talking about how it was different with Frank and easier with Frank. She's better, I think, than Frank is, but also like her being a woman and a pretty woman, like he's having a hard time.
Also, even the cops said like the other 3 guys that came in here, like they already made an assessment of it. And she said she was trying to go more deeper.
They probably
they probably did the general shit like naturally like
these are they're public psychologists, so they probably didn't. They probably just kind of
like a surface level, and she was actually going in deep. So
Yeah.
But she is hired by his team. So she did say, I'm hired by your team, but I don't work for you. I'm an independent assessment.
Okay.
I think his team is trying to get different kind of assessments to put in front of the judge because he hasn't gone in front of the judge yet. So I'm assuming the next episode it has to be a judge,
case, yeah.
the case. So that hasn't happened. So they want to get as many assessments. I'm assuming the first 2 weren't either favorable because if they were, then you kind of will stop there.
or just maybe multiple opinions.
Multiple opinions.
The
Yeah.
thing he was saying about Katie was that after a Fidget showed her nude photo to everybody and she was feeling really bad about herself, he was like, that's when she was at her weakest moment and she would be willing to date someone like me. That's why he asked her out there.
Yeah, like
so he
boys right now they think about women as something like the only way you can get with a woman is by tricking them. Like
Some of the boys, not all of them.
Yeah,
some.
but not all of them, but like kids in his position
Yeah.
are thinking that the only way they can get with
He even
women is
said
by
that's pretty
tricking
clever,
them. Like,
right?
They don't know how to just like have a conversation, or they
Because
don't
they
even
don't have friends
or
that are
they've been
girls.
poisoned by the internet, not just like the Andrew Tates, but like the Logan Pauls and the Paul brothers.
But something like that has been around forever. How many times have you heard through like even the shows and stuff? Oh, the girl, she just broken up. I'm gonna be the shoulder to cry
exactly.
on because
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
vulnerable
rom-coms.
line to
Yeah,
go.
Not to
yeah.
this
So, but that
degree.
is not to this degree, but that has always been. But that is essentially
Yeah.
where it grows. Like, oh, that's
It's
where
become
I will be
Yeah.
able to squeeze
mainstream.
in.
Yeah,
It has
Yeah.
become-
it
yeah.
has always been around, but not to this degree. Like there's so many red pill podcasts where like there
Which is
hundreds of there are
crazy.
hundreds of episodes in, and every single episode is women are bad.
Unfortunately, being a right-wing grifter is so
Lucrative.
easy
And
so much
lucrative.
money.
and so like people just get rich from saying dumb shit online,
and it's been
and they don't understand the consequences of like their words have so much weight.
Oh, I
The
think they
younger their
understand.
audience is, the worse this is. And these people, in my opinion, are fully aware of what they're doing, fully
Oh.
aware of the damage that they're causing,
absolutely.
and
But it doesn't
they're
affect them.
just doing it
Yeah.
for the money.
That video
Yeah.
of Aiden Ross when he meets some of his young fans and they're like, yeah, we hate all women, right? And he's like, what? Where did you guys learn that? And they're like, we don't like people if they're gay, right? And it's like, yeah, like he got to see his words coming out of these kids' mouths, and the look of his face was like pure shock. But then, he's gonna go home and look at his bank account. Aiden Ross is still doing fuckboy shit.
he is a fuckboy. I don't like him.
To Navi's point too, like everybody, the guys here have known, like, if you're going out to the bar and your friends are like, oh, we're going to pick up girls, like, you should wait until, like, a little bit later when the bar's about to close. Yeah, people are leaving, but also it's like,
PM.
everybody's a little tired, a little drunk. You got a better chance that probably someone's going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so that's been a thing around.
been around.
I mean, I'm not saying.
So
this is like more
is
like 3D
different.
planning. Like it's like 3D chess.
But it's like, it's built down the road.
This is in 13-year-old.
Yeah.
I understand adults going into pubs and all that stuff. Like, but it's scary when a 13-year-old is talking about this because that means him trying to see what the normal people will say of like, oh, I'm just ugly. Like, oh, you should say you're not ugly because that's what we usually do. Like, people just automatically try to console you like, no, that's not true. Instead of being like, why you think that? Like, why are you thinking that? And so he was like, oh, I'll just get that. I just want that attention and let me get attention. And there's nothing wrong with getting that from posting pictures on Instagram. Like, I do that. Like, everybody does it. But I think there's difference when he kept fishing for that. Like, oh.
And you also need to be, like, I feel like people should be a certain age to be able to even be on social media.
To understand
but
it.
unfortunately, that does not
That ship
happen.
has sailed.
And it's just, it's unfortunate. But yeah, if you're, kids have dysmorphia from like Snapchat filters. They keep taking
Adults
selfies with
have it.
filters
Beauty
on.
filters are awful.
And then, I mean, adults do it too.
Oh my God,
I mean,
it's
I
awful.
take pictures with filters on. But
Same.
the thing is, I'm fucking 36.
Yeah.
I understand that even if I don't take, like, it doesn't make a difference.
No, I meant the dysmorphia. I'm saying if adults get dysmorphia from it,
Yeah.
then like
Kids are
kids whose brains
they
are
have
like
no
still
chance.
soft and
Yeah.
mushy,
They have no
fucked.
shot.
Yeah. That's when it's like all examples, like it's scarier to see it in a kid.
Because the question
we
is,
are-
what kind of man is this 13-year-old going to turn out to be?
So,
Yeah.
If we do have an epidemic of lonely 13-year-olds like this and they're all growing up, what kind of men are they going to become? What kind of politicians are they going to become? What kind of fathers? Like, what kind of world are... If we don't know how many of these people are, I'm not saying that like there's a lot, but there is a loneliness epidemic in men. And the thing that a lot of young dudes don't see is that like it is toxic masculinity that is keeping you where you're at. You can't, like, you're swimming in the water of it. You don't understand it. Motherfuckers like, I'm lonely, I'm ugly. It's because your homies don't have your back the way that they should. They should be like, bro, it's fine. Your people should be there more for you. But
It's a
the masculinity
self-fulfilling
thing,
prophecy too, because they're like
toxic masculinity.
like dudes like this are making women more guarded, understandably so. So it's like, of course, women are going to be guarded in dating, dude. Like they're like it kind of ruins it for everybody because like it's like they're not gonna give you a chance because women have to work on the assumption that all dudes are like this until they prove themselves not to be.
What makes me really sad about this episode is that I think that this kid is smart enough and I think he has a lot of potential, and I only wish that he had access to talk to someone like this before he did that, because now it's too late and we can't bring this girl back.
Positive male role models.
And I feel like here's what I think, right? Like, we live in day and age where mental health is just vulnerable. Like, everybody's vulnerable because we have so many new things that like older generations didn't have to deal with. I know they dealt with other shit, but the things we have to deal with now, especially kids, with rise of AI and like social media bullshit, I feel like everybody should, just like they get annual physical, we should get annual, like, just go to a therapist one time a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be good.
Like, honestly, I feel like this is so important. And the fact that, like, this is a missing piece because nobody's we don't even acknowledge teeth being part of our body and have separate dental insurance. And, like, nobody wants to acknowledge mental health being part of, like, the whole body. Like, where the fuck is my brain? It's here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I really think, this is my very,
Lukewarm
extreme, call me take.
Woke.
But, yeah. Yeah,
No, I
fuck
agree.
me. But like one therapy a year,
Yeah,
I think it would make so much difference in this one little boy's life.
We do
sure.
have to start restructuring society, like you said. Like, technology
It's a whole different level.
outpaces our evolution. Like, there's no way for us to keep up, especially with AI now. Just in 2 years, we went from like a silly video of Will Smith eating spaghetti weirdly, and it's like, this is what AI looks like. It's never gonna be anything useful. And then literally next week, it was like a perfect video of the same thing,
so
and it's
many
like, holy
deepfakes.
shit! It's like it's learning so fast,
and he himself to say like, "Oh, that video is fake."
Yeah,
like,
fake news.
Like so
From CCTV
Okay.
from the night before.
That he pulled like literally in like 7 hours before. Like that's
So-
not.
But that's what he's
I-
justifying to himself, and yeah.
But also
Yeah.
seeing like the president's words come out of his mouth is another thing too, because I mean the president does run a country and he is grabbing by the pussy man. So I did.
Not
There was
his
this
president,
not his.
though.
Yeah, there was a story on NPR just like this one,
They have
but it
some
was
shit
about
over there, too.
this town where these boys were getting their girls into school and using AI to undress them. And like literally like had a Discord and they're like sharing photos of like naked teenage girls that go to their school and they used AI to undress them. And like I want to putting the tools out for fucking people to be able to use this shit when they're at such a vulnerable age is fucked. Like, yes, obviously these boys shouldn't be doing it, but you have a hard time telling 13-year-old boys this shit. Like, you can try to, and it's like telling people not to do drugs. It's like, yeah, but also if there's drugs fucking everywhere, it's going to be really hard to keep these motherfuckers from doing it. And it's like, the problems aren't just, you can parent as best as you can, and you can keep them around as best as you can, but you can't put them in a bubble. You got to really, like, the work for parents nowadays, I'm gonna say, it has to be very fucking difficult. You'd even have a hard time teaching your kid what's true. Yeah. And then this guy, he gets in here in this like when he blew up on her that first time, he's like, you gotta get that through your stupid little head and shit. Yeah. And it's like, I've heard men talk to women like that before. I have seen that in the real, actual, factual world.
He's been
I don't know where he's learned it from. Even if he didn't learn it from his dad, like TV exists, internet exists. There's so many different things, right? Yeah. And she saw that and she was like, I can use that. And she comes back in, scoots into his personal space and starts asking these questions that he really doesn't want to talk about and feeling like through his way through it. And it's upsetting because it does feel like, yes, that girl is dead. And that is ultra sad. And I will have way more empathy for her entire family than anybody else on the show. But also like seeing the bright moments in him, it's like, bro, what have you lost?
Sad, like the potential, like he could have, like he was able to pick up on things so well.
Yeah, he is clever. He could have done well, and like instead of him overdosing on drugs or something like that, he let his brain get cooked on fucking the internet. Yeah, and like, who was supposed to protect him against that? How hard can it, even he's like, I have an account. What is his dad supposed to make sure he doesn't have an account? He'll just make a fake account. Like, how? Who was supposed to stop this from happening?
Well, I think. It's gonna be a bad, like he was talking about, we have to like redo society and stuff, and it's gonna be hard for parents. It's gonna be hard for parents to actually like parent because of everything that's going on. I feel like the biggest role models now for future is going to be your inner circle, your friend group. Those are the people that are going to keep you in line.
But they were also fucked up like him.
The people that we need to hold accountable are the fucking CEOs of these companies because they know what they're doing. Like Facebook has a serotonin department where their job is to literally study how to make their app more addictive. And every social media platform has this department. And you have to hold the CEOs accountable. Like
the CEOs are not going to do it though. They're not.
The government
that's why you have to
unless they're at risk of going to jail.
Yeah, that's
no
why you
money,
have to hold them accountable.
no, like they shouldn't.
No fines.
They shouldn't have any fines because they don't give a shit. They should. The only way to hurt them is time. Like take away their fucking lifespan.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg should not be able to own Facebook and Instagram because the thing about these algorithms and this culture of red pill is it follows kids like this when they fall into that pipeline. It follows them everywhere. They go on YouTube, they see all this shit. They go on Instagram, they see all this shit. They take a break to play video games. It's toxic. I know we had our Xbox lobbies too, but it wasn't like this. They take a break to watch some TV, watch some stand-up. Even stand-up is infected with this bullshit now. So it's literally inescapable. And like the people that need to be held accountable are not going to be held accountable for at least 3 more years in this country or ever if it's too late.
No,
you know?
I don't think ever. Have you guys seen the Cambridge Analytica documentary?
Yeah, we watched it together, didn't we?
Yeah, they have 1,500.
Nothing happened after that.
Yeah, nothing ever happens after anything.
Whistleblowing means nothing anymore because it's just like we've been so desensitized to fucked up things that it's just like of course it's true. Of course that's
build a really resilient.
Well then.
with that.
If that's the case, then like if we already know that we can't do anything about the CEOs and the president, then that means you got to control your inner circle. Like that is the one thing you can control.
Yeah, but I will say as an adult, I agree. But like we're talking about like for this kid can't control his inner circle. He didn't get to pick them.
His
like,
inner circle was the shitty kids, bro.
but like he goes to school with these kids. When you get to college and shit, you start growing up, you can make those choices.
Well, that's what
we're talking about getting these motherfuckers through junior high school.
Yeah, because
that
him to think, it was interesting when he made a comment. It was like, she was like, I wasn't like that good. I was like, you must have been smart. Like you must have been good in some other things because you got where you got. But thing is, everybody's the same. It's just once you get through like high school or college is when you start learning other things and you're like, I am better at other things. Like I can do other things. Like you don't feel in a middle school that I'm gonna be a psychiatrist.
It was the same thing Ryan said to the cop dad when he was like, I bet you're pretty. No, Ryan, the white kid. When he was like, I bet you're pretty popular, and he was like, I did. And he's like, well, how are you with the girls? Like, it's the same thing. These guys, they see. So Ryan saw an adult who was like, he's a cop. Like he's where he needs to be at in life. He's ripped. Like I want to know like how he was when he was my age. And he was like, I was doing all right. He sees this woman who he thinks is pretty, and she is, and shit. And he's like, well, I bet you had a fine time in school, and she probably got fucking bullied too. It's like. That's why they have that whole campaign. It gets better.
We all,
yes, I got called ugly all the fucking
time.
Dude,
I hated high school. Like high school and middle school was the worst time. I will never repeat them again.
High school was like, also middle school stuff.
Yeah, so it's just like you grow up and like the way that's why like they're idolizing adults, but they don't realize all adults go through a lot of hardship.
Yeah,
and how you are as 13-year-old, 15-year-old is not end of your life. I hate how pictures get shared. And it sucks. It's just a thing, but that's not end of your life. Like it's, and I think it's hard to like tell somebody when it happens. Like
it seemed like the girl was doing all right with it.
I mean,
from the minimal. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
and
none of the
2 girls, so it could be also Jada, which is why I think she also fell because they must have connected with each other because everybody is outcasting them, and they found each other, and they think
she's the only one who got.
Because like she's the only one who thought I was
okay,
because like everybody else thought it wasn't okay, but the shitty part is they didn't do anything, and somebody else shared it, and like Fidget apparently should have apparently. Like, there's no guys I get taken seriously, and like
boys need to call out boys. That's what it is.
Yeah, boys need to call. And I do agree with Pat. Like, the inner circle that needs to be figured out. But
when your inner circle is shitty, it's hard to like. Somebody's got to start that momentum of being like, hey. That's actually
and that's
a shitty
where
thing
like
to
I
say.
think annual mental health totally makes sense because kids at 13 are going through with social media that we never went through. They are seeing things through social media that you don't see it physically.
Bro, I would have.
But it's just here to stay. Like,
I'm so glad it wasn't me. I'm so glad it wasn't me.
Christ.
It's like just thinking about these kids having the chance to like share pictures. The first time anybody shared anything like that in my entire school was like early high school. And I was like, that's a little weird. Like, I was old enough to have that thought.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, I had to be like 16, almost 17, and being like, hold on, you got a phone with videos on it? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, that's crazy. He's like, look at this. I'm like, is this porn? He's like, I shot this. And I'm like,
that's fucked.
It's weird. The technology school is fucking weird, right? Like, I felt weird about it. 13, have no idea how I would have felt. And like, I'm glad that I don't need to know that about myself. Yeah. Like, it's that who wants to fucking know that? Like, this shit is. There's a fucking onslaught on these kids' brains at the worst possible time.
Well, the fact that you just said that there's AI, that you saw some, like you said,
they'll just do it to you. You don't even have to do it.
There's so many defects.
And the girls were getting
there.
slut shamed. Like, the girls at this school were getting slut shamed for AI pictures that somebody else made.
That's so stupid, man.
Like,
yeah.
That's some of the worst fucking shit. Like, how can you? What do you do?
There was that YouTuber. Commit unspeakable crimes when this happens to my baby.
I'm just gonna go live in a jungle.
They were. There was that YouTuber Atriarch that got caught jerking off to his contemporaries.
What?
Yeah, he had like AI photos of like his friends and shit.
Yeah.
It's like,
there was this like porn website that was making deepfakes of famous streamers and stuff.
We have one more episode.
Yeah.
I think I know what the next episode is, but yeah, this shit's heavy. It's important.
Exhausted.
Hey, call out your boys.
Call out everybody. Boys,
men need to call
like,
out men.
Yeah, even like I mean, she for bullying him also should have been called out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
everybody should be called out when that happens. Like we have to hold each other accountable. But on that note,
but
guys,
then you end up being called gay, and obviously that's wrong too because now we can't even say this is not like it's not normalized anymore to just like have gay friends. Like
Yeah. Or like even a simple question is like, is your father loving? He's like, what? No.
No way.
Yeah,
It's weird,
why would
right?
it be?
That's
It's like,
gay.
what?
That's gay. What?
That's
Love is
gay.
for
It's like,
pussies.
no, you can love. There was a meme that I saw. This like old picture Renaissance. There's so many Renaissance pictures like where the guys are just like loving the girls, and it's like they're like, the guys used to be romantic. Like it's a social society that has changed it. Like they used to be like really romantic, and now we have changed it to like, oh, you're not supposed to have a romance. It's like it's
so
all the woman who does all the
I have a
romance.
devil's
Like,
advocate
no.
question.
No.
What question?
What?
Sure.
The
What you got?
advocates.
Are romance novels creating an
No,
Unrealistic standard?
smut novels are different.
unrealistic standard for men to live up
Yeah,
to?
man. I tried to take Marquette on a sailboat once. You know how expensive sailboats are? It's fuck.
So you're telling me
What?
I've never read one.
The
I've never
porn
read
has
one.
been creating this unrealistic thing for
for men,
guys,
it
and
is
now
for
for some
women.
reason
Yep.
smut
It does
novels
for
have
men.
changed up a woman. We should illegalize smut novels. That's where it goes to. No, guys, we're gonna jump into the finale, and we'll see you there.
They made porn illegal in Indiana, though.
They did.
Yeah.
Good.
What?